What's up, everybody? Um, I know the last video y'all saw was me passed out in my kitchen, so I'm gonna bring y'all a little something else. Of course, my opinions, the stuff that I feel, see, think about. Um, I think this particular, wait, y'all like my hat? Haha, cute, huh? This is my favorite hat. I love this hat. But okay, so let me talk to y'all. I'm finna rant real quick. This one ain't gonna be that long. Just gonna rant real quick about an issue that I have, or I don't have this issue. Um, Other people's issues, but it bothers me. It irritates the hell out of me. I have a really big thing. My kids mean the world to me. My family is my everything, and the way that I raise them is of the utmost importance to me. The way that my children turn out is of the utmost importance to me. So when I see other people doing children wrong, half dressed, not taking care of them, or just in general, the way that this new generation of parents think and act when it comes to your children, that shit drives me crazy. That shit drives me up the fucking wall. And again, children don't have, not too many of these kids have anybody to speak up for them because their parents are dumbasses. I've said it many a times on Facebook. I don't think I've ever said it on here, but there's a lot of people out here who need their parents' license revoked. It's a lot of parents out here that shouldn't be allowed to be parents. And if you have to fill out an application to adopt a child, you should have to go through some type of rigmarole to have a child. Your credentials need to be checked before you have a baby. Your mental stability need to be checked before you have a baby. You need to be put in a position where someone has to question you and look at you and say if you're fit to have a child. Because it's a lot of dumbasses out here that have no fucking business being parents. Men and women. No business being parents. Should not have reproduced in the first fucking place. Then you have these non-educated kids out here who is technically our future. I'm terrified. I'm so fucking terrified of these kids that's going to be supposedly taking care of us when we're old. Makes no... Whew, I'm scared. Like, seriously, I don't want any of these kids taking care of me when I'm old. I want my children taking care of me when they're old, because my children have common sense. They have knowledge. They're book smart. They're not street smart, because at this point in time, my children have no need to be street smart. Excuse me. My children will be... my lips aren't working. My children will be children until it's time for them to be anything other than. I don't get a lot of the things that parents accept or allow with their children, and particularly Facebook. Facebook has become a big issue lately, and I notice a lot of people are friending their children on Facebook. I have a problem with that. Now, before I get into this, if you don't want to hear what I have to say, click it on off and keep it moving. Again, my opinion, my thoughts, my feelings. My shit is valid all motherfucking day. And ain't nobody gonna tell me how I feel is wrong. No one's gonna tell me anything negative about my opinion, because it's my opinion. I'm not talking about anyone specifically. I'm not saying things to maliciously hurt anyone, but these are my opinions and the way that I feel. And the way that I feel about friending your child on Facebook, that's some dumb stupid. It's dumb as hell to friend your kid on Facebook. I mean, seriously. I know a few people who it's okay. They don't do anything, type church going. They're not talking about anything but the normal everyday stuff that they would be talking about in the house with their kids. That's fine to a certain extent, I guess. On top of the fact that these kids are like 16 and over. Now, for those whose children are not 16 and over, first of all, I don't believe you need to be on Facebook, because it ain't shit going on Facebook that a kid needs to be on. Therefore, you talk to your friends in school. You can talk to your friends on the telephone in my house when I can hear you and monitor. But I hear these people say stuff like, I'm friends with my kid on Facebook. I got all they login information and blah blah blah. Okay, now this is where my problem comes in. So if you have your kids' login information to Facebook, why do you need to be their friend? Why does your child need to see what it is that you're talking about? And let me say that these are not the parents like our parents were, or like my parents were, because my parents are nothing like a lot of these parents out here. My parenting is not like any other person's out here, for the most part, in the way that I raise my children, in the way that I parent. I'm not my kids' friends. We could be cool, but I'm not your friend. You got friends at school. You got friends outside. This is home. I'm mommy. I'm to take care of you and to raise you and to make sure that you're okay. I'm not to be your friend. Now, we can get along, we can be buddies, but I'm not your friend. That doesn't work. And friend your friends on Facebook, not your children. If your child is on Facebook, if you've even allowed your child to be on Facebook, and you have their information, why do you need to be their friend? I mean, you can literally log out of your page and log into their, excuse me. You can still see everything that child is doing. You can get into their inbox. You can read messages. You can see who their friends are. You can do all of that while logged in to their page. So why do you need to be friends? Actually, to me, it just seems as if you're not getting anything out of being your kid's friend because you're not checking anything. What mainly needs to be checked is that inbox. You're not checking anything being their friend. You're just looking at their page. You can't monitor the inbox by looking at their page. You have to be logged in to check. So again, now all your kid is seeing is what you're doing. They're gaining a lot from you, from what it is that you're saying and doing. Now, I heard a statement like, my kids are smart enough not to do what they see me do on Facebook. Besides, they get more from the streets and school and other people's parents anyway. Did that make any sense? Seriously, like, did that make any sense? To me, it made no sense whatsoever. Yeah, no, it didn't. No sense whatsoever. I mean, I will never put the blame on the outside world on the way that my child acts, because it starts at home. And if my child is out there gangster this, gangster that, bitch this, hoe that, that came from somewhere here first. And I don't mean the cursing came from here. I mean the fact that my child feels that it's okay to be out there doing that. That came from here. So it's not the initial action that's the problem. It's where the thought from that action came from, if you understood that. It's, you thought about this before you did it. You know, if the teaching was right, you wouldn't have thought about it. You wouldn't have gone out there and said this, that, and the other if your parents would have taught you that going out there saying this, that, and the other isn't good. That's how I look at it. And your kid being on your friends page, on your friends list on Facebook is like, again, most of these parents are still clubbing. Most of these chicks is in the clubs, hanging out and single. So between fucking with dudes, talking to dudes, talking about what they doing in the club, the pictures that's posted, I'm sorry. Your outside world and your kids need to be two totally different things. And I'm sorry, my kid doesn't need to see my pictures posted up on Facebook from the night that I had before pissy ass drunk at the club. My kid don't need to see me sitting on Facebook talking about some, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I'm bored, nigga, why don't you come on through? Come on now. And then you say your kid is smart enough not to do what they see you writing about on Facebook? Really? Seriously. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. Monkey see, monkey do. A role model. Do as I say, not as I do. None of that. I mean, like, ooh, it drives me crazy, you guys. I hate to see people parenting like that. That sounds really friendly to me. And again, you're not my friend. You're not my friend. You don't need to be on my page. If you're going to have a Facebook page, give me all information. I will monitor. I will log in. I will check as needed. But you have no business seeing anything that's going on my page. I'm grown. I can do that. My kid isn't in my face 24 hours a day. So I can only imagine the stuff that I'm writing and putting on Facebook, and then my kid being outside of me and doing the same shit or talking about the same shit or saying the same shit that they see me talk about on Facebook. Mommy do it. Mommy said it must be okay. But remember, I told you, she said that, her kids are smart enough not to, do what she says on Facebook. Dumb as hell, but I don't get it, Whew. So yeah, man, I just wanted to, talk to y'all about that, man, because that Facebook shit is like really irritating me. I'm actually gonna click this video off and record another video because I'm kind of heated at this point, and I want to talk about these punk ass parents out here, like specifically the punk ass parents, and not just the Facebook and the parents, but like shit that I keep seeing these punk ass parents do. So I'm gonna record another video. After you guys watch this one, scroll down, click the next one, and holla at me there, okay? Comment, talk to me, you know what I'm saying? Favorite, any of all that good stuff. I'll holla at y'all soon. Deuces.